Okay, it says we are live. Now what the volume will be like, only God knows. Good evening, welcome to the channel of love. It's been a while since I've done a live reading. Oh, my belly's rumbling. But I've just had my dinner. Anyway. Cheers to all you lovers out there on this Friday night. It is nearly 2244. Okay, we are approaching the full moon. And I did start to read an article today regarding what that means. The full moon in Libra. I didn't get to read the whole article, but what I did pick up was about being drawn to kindred spirits. Not necessarily like-minded people, the same soul signature. So being drawn to I don't have a word. Ineffable. It's a soul calling. Hi, Pure Law. Hey, nice to catch you live. It's very nice to be live. I really do enjoy the interaction, and it's a different energy when it's a live reading. But we've had distortion, which may be occurring now with the sound, and I won't know until, well, you guys tell me that the sound's cutting in and out. I can't see how it's the device because I've got two different devices. Hi, Prath. I haven't got my glasses on, and if I do put them on, there's a strong chance that a lens is going to fall out. And then I'll look like a wally. So, good evening, everybody. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Chris. You don't have to subscribe. Of course you don't, Chris. You are free to do as you please, as long as you're acting with integrity. Remember, you're always being watched. Can you hear the pussycats crying? Crying, they're fighting. Okay. I'm going to do a collective reading, which means I'm going to tap into whatever story the divine wants us to be aware of, okay? What's going on, basically. So it's like, instead of tuning into like the weather report, you're tuning into an energy report. It does affect us all collectively. Okay. So let's see what's on the agenda this evening. Hi from Indonesia. Hi from England. I'm using the Psychic Tarot. That card there wants to be seen. Awareness. The divine wants us to know that you're becoming aware. This is the Magician energy. So are you starting to suspect that you're more powerful one that you're more powerful one? You're more powerful than one has been led to believe. The veil here is lifted. So this is like 3D Earth. Okay, then you have 4D, 5D, higher realms of consciousness. So we as humans are here on the 3D, but some reside in the matrix and others by universal principles. That's how we choose to operate, by how others tell you to, societal programming, or by what your own heart, your own intuition is telling you to do. Which one do you follow? Because the matrix is collapsing if you wasn't aware. So, awareness, the magician. So we have awareness and we have spiritual union. This is regarding the fact that you are masculine and feminine. You are capable of experiencing the whole spectrum of emotions, feelings. We are no different, so let's stop it's like, let's stop putting it's about labelling. You were created by masculine and feminine energies. You are made up of masculine and feminine. Hi, Shadow Hunter. Have you decided to come and play with the light? We'll outshine you. This card here is really explaining when you feel disconnected from femininity. So you feel drawn to it. Hence why Chris is asking whether or not I have a husband. I'm not sure where the relevance of that is. The cats are fighting outside. So I'm not sure the answer to that question, do I have a husband? I'm not really sure where it comes in with this reading. The part where you put something about being married to the cards. What did occur to me today though was I haven't been spending as much time with my cards, personal development, tapping into my intuition, because I've been busy in the 3D, not so much the matrix, but the matrix roles, being a human. We live here all together, sharing this planet. And so I was considering the excuse, like I could have chose not to come on and do a reading tonight and tap into the energy because I've been preoccupied and busy elsewhere. So if anything's going to slip, you would think it would be this, or most people would drop this, but the message was, this is what I need to be consistent with, is my personal growth. If anything that needs to be dropped is one of the duties of workload. And focus on oneself, because this is about feeling at a loss, like you're feeling lost, emotionally lost. Now, is that because you've been so deeply, I would say, ingrained within your own priorities, which may be not what the spiritual principles are? Living by societal laws rather than spiritual laws. Do some research. And there's no excuse about not having time. It's called pretend busy. You find it frustrating, pure law? Pure law? Are you happy being compliant to the matrix? I find it frustrating. I've never been really compliant. Even from, well, forever. I've always been what they would call a rebel. That's fine. I understand now. I don't take it personally now. I believe I pissed the matrix off because I don't want to abide by their rules, so I won't. But I'm breaking generational curses with my own children. So my children, they have a voice. As in, they'll speak up if they're not wanting to do something and feel forced to do something. They know they have that right to say no. We have the third eye chakra come out here. Well, I wanted to pick up pure law. I want to call you pure lord. Is that with a comment there? That's a comment of the matrix. I'm lost and trapped. You are not. No. You might have lost your way, but if you were going to start afresh, as in you've got no like history with your family or who your parents were, siblings, all of it. If you were starting from scratch again, where would you choose to live? Who would you choose as your friends? Who would you choose as your family? The only obligation that you're under is the one to yourself to be happy. You are under no obligation to another. It's more about getting yourself out of it. You got yourself into it by appeasing. Been there, done it. I mean, I've been dragged along in it, but at some point, I spoke up and said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And then as you start to clear it, you're very careful about what you invite into your life from then on. Especially once you've cleared it all. And you may be left with no one and nothing. That's the situation I found myself in, apart from my two children. And my daughter's partner. I'm thinking about who knew me before. My awakening. My journey of enlightenment, being enlightened. So, it's like, who would you invite back? I heard this explained in a way, but when I tried to explain it to someone, they thought I was like playing a sick joke. Well, I didn't mean it like that. But let's say that you died. Like, they thought I was going to like fake my death. It was like, I'm not talking about that. Just, I was trying to use it as an analogy. I'll give it another shot, okay? Let's say that you die. Everyone thinks you're dead. They all come to your funeral, and then afterwards, life continues for them. But then what happens if you woke up just by chance, okay, and you wasn't dead? Who would you call to say, hey, look, I'm alive? Third eye chakra, right here. The eye of truth. The soulful eye. Have a look here with the spiritual union. I live in England, Chris. Wisdom. Do you know what I feel he's carrying here? Some of you guys might not have a clue what I'm talking about, but I'll give you a clue. This is your life. With Michael Aspel. I think that was his name, his surname. And this occurred before he died. Celebrities will get up on stage and Michael Aspel will produce this book, and there'll be all these people coming and giving stories about you, even though you're still alive. Not afterwards, but this is your life. Are you happy with the way it's going? Or is it time to redesign? I'm taken to the album Janet Jackson, Design of the Decade. That was the name of one of her albums. What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. Used to go to dinner almost every night. Dance until I fall to lose my breath. Okay, well, let's see what guidance wants to come through. Pure law. I'm not happy with any aspect of my life at the moment. Time to turn that around then. And only you can do it. No one's going to come in and rescue you or save you. It's going to be you. You are the making of you. You'll be the breaking of you first. But that's okay. You're happy? That's good. It's good to be happy. What causes you unhappiness is the first thing to seriously question. We have the sage, and it's coming in with the wisdom here. And we have the magician, the awareness. Something's missing. Normally it's love. At the core of most misery is feeling the loss of love, which sounds silly when you become aware that you have all the love that you need to give to yourself. No one else can love you and care for you more than you. And it's tough to ask another to do that, especially if they're not loving and caring and considerate of themselves first. They're not going to be able to give that to another. So it's your responsibility to love and take care of you. And then you won't be dependent upon another to do that, to fulfill that. And the energy of satisfaction is coming through. Like, you get to really enjoy life when you're not needing another to make you happy. They can complement your happiness. It's like the hot dog. Hot dog's fine on its own. But if you put some mustard and some ketchup on it, it complements it. But the hot dog's just fine. Okay. Be devoted and committed to your spiritual growth. It matters. Like, you're the one who has to carry you around. There's no way I'm reading these messages out of the book. So let's just carry on. I do have some other cards I could use. I was choosing to override my intuition with my ego, in case some sensitive, touchy topics come out, and I'm really not one for walking on eggshells anymore. What's coming through is we shouldn't have to be watching our words if we are acting and living from a place of honesty, transparency, integrity. Integrity is integral. What this journey is all about is you finding your way back to you. Because when you reach that level of authenticity, okay, so you stop judging yourself, you stop judging others. If you judge others, the law of attraction will cause you to be judged, which may be why you're judging people in the first place. Is because it was done to you. You have to break that chain of influence. Judging is I won't say judging is scary, seeing as I've seen a lot of so-called influencers out there, like creating new societal beliefs, like especially these couples out there. I'm not really sensing much love. I'm not really impressed by what I'm seeing, how they're speaking to each other, especially how feminine speaking to the masculine. And children, that's role modelling, being role model to these children. I just don't find it amusing. It's not my humour. So why did I just go off on one? Because I take parenting and role modelling very seriously. Trust. That's a beautiful card. I'd like to be laying on that beach right now. It's nearly a full moon out there. Is there a hammock? Trust. Trust in yourself. Stop asking others what you should be doing. I'll say rule number 1. Because this is a journey back to authenticity. What I was saying is when you are authentic, okay, that means it's a good way to judge this. If how somebody behaves outside of the house is different to how they behave inside the house, there's a facade going on. Authenticity. If respect doesn't start in the home, it doesn't start at all. So we're getting you back to your authentic self, who you are. And you're proud to be again. Okay, that's the journey. Good luck. Good luck and a lot of trust is needed. But when you reach that state of authenticity, alignment occurs. And everything will start matching up with you in beautiful harmony. You will manifest. Maybe that's what one is becoming aware of. Because you will manifest negativity as quick as what you'll manifest positivity, dependent upon what you're thinking about. The less attachment you have to it, the quicker it manifests. So I've been experiencing this for a few weeks now. I could think of somebody and the next day I will bump into them. That's happened 3 times with 3 different people where I've said to them, I've manifested you because you went through my mind yesterday and I wondered how you were, and I'd bump into them. But also, the same with if I've had a negative conversation, something negative may happen, it does. Maybe not to me, but elsewhere, and it's like, I was talking about that. You manifested it. That's how powerful your thoughts are. That's how powerful your vision is. You are the creator of your own reality, your own experience. Wow. Maybe not so much your own experience, because the experiences that you're sent are ones that you can handle, otherwise you wouldn't be sent them. And when it gets to be a bit too much, you will be pulled out of whatever situation you're in. More than likely by a crisis, a tower. Because there is more on the horizon for you. Oh, there's the hammer. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. Where do you go to? A voyage. Oh. You may be astral travelling, where you find yourself travelling while sleeping. You don't even have to be asleep to do it. Remote viewing. I've had it once, where it was in meditation. I've had it more than once, but this was a particular different experience because it felt like I was wearing goggles, the video games that you put on. And I was in meditation, and I know what I see in meditation. And this one particular time, I was in somebody's bedroom, and I was looking at their bookcase, but I came out of it. Yeah. I'm going to go and get some other cards now because I ran out of cards, and and then we'll get wrapped up. It's not great for your law. Is it wrong to want to manifest vengeance? No. I would allow the divine to do its karmic justice thing. Unless you're looking for people to seek vengeance on you. I mean, two can play at that game. You're best to play the loving game. And then you'll find that when you're in alignment with love, all the people that have the potential to hurt you, well, they won't be able to, will they? Because you'll be in alignment. You would have done the work. You don't take it personally. It's wounding projected upon you. You've got to try not to project your own onto others. The Empress. The Strength card. I don't like the energy off of it. Because this is I've got the taste of fear in my mouth. This is, I won't say evident that the masculines have been stripped of their courage, power. So, it's another projection. When touchy subjects. My intuition, no. People who overexert their power and want to come across as being high and mightier than you, but in an aggressive way. They're powerless. They have no power whatsoever. And when you're enlightened, you can see right through that. They feel that they have to regain their power because they've given it away in normally another area of their life. So they choose another area to regain that power because they don't have that power elsewhere. It's a sad game because I can give you an example. Let's give you an example. My daughter. So my youngest daughter's 21. And I said my children have got a voice. I wasn't expecting her to do this. But I've let her just, well, I found out that her sister, they had spoke about this email that my youngest daughter was sending to her manager because she was, what should we say, she was left in a situation that was completely unfair, unmanageable, a lot of workload, and her manager didn't really give a shit and just left her on her own, went home, and it caused her quite a bit of stress because she was the only person working in this busy environment. Time sensitive. And so she sent him an email asking for an apology for the way that he treated her. And she was a bit worried about going into work because he didn't answer her email. So she's gone into work today and he hasn't shown up. He's ill. Now, my children know about the law of karma. She said, talk about karma at work. She said, coward. He couldn't face me. And that kind of negative, shocking, disgusting behaviour has caused him to be ill. Embarrassed. She could have gone above him. He may be embarrassed about receiving an email asking for an apology because your management skills were shocking. Or could go above you and have your superior call you into the office and address you that way. I think I'd rather someone tell me. Straight at you, flying high. I'm too ashamed to face you. Shame. Shame? Introducing the host and the hostess. Compliment each other. The dragon has been served, it's in reverse. Hey, Sherry. Hi, happy Friday. Happy Friday, my intuition told me you'll be here, Sherry. The dragon has been served. So now I'm guided to tell you about when somebody projects onto you. They do it to take the attention off of themselves. So it's like I don't want to talk about, like, let's say this energy, I'm too ashamed to face you. So if you say to somebody, I think you're being rude to me, they don't want to talk about that, so then they turn it onto you and like start attacking you, avoiding the discussion regarding their own behaviour. Every time I stand up for myself, because I believe that's what you should do for someone that you love and respect and care for, and if you don't have anybody else in the physical to do that for you, who's got your back, then I'm very capable of doing it for myself. Okay, and I'll do it for anybody else. Okay, because I'm capable of standing up for myself. But every time I have to show somebody how I'm going to stand up for myself, I really hope they go away and do the same onto the person that has actually hurt them, rather than projecting shadow onto a light being. Practicing. Show them how it's done. It's role modeling. I have seen it happen where I've had to stand up to somebody because they've been disrespectful. They've swallowed their pride and did not like the tension between us. Apologised, said, I'm really attacking the wrong person here. And then all the things that they pulled me up on saying and accusing, questioning my character, they've then gone away and they've then gone on to tell me a story, and I've heard them use exactly the same words I used to them. Saying, I don't think so. You don't get to talk to me like that. You make me happy, you make me laugh. You can, pure law. We're no different. You have your connection with... I don't sit here and think about this. I've lived through my own experiences and you've lived through yours, so that you can understand them and help others. Be that energy to be around. You make me happy. You make me laugh. Are you able to make yourself happy? Are you able to make yourself laugh? I think I'm hilarious at times. I like this. I'm trapped in reverse. Correct. You're not trapped. I'm a fool for you. Keep taking those leaps of faith. Be a fool for yourself. Getting you back to being the imperfect being I'm perfect that you are. Okay. Questionable. Doubtful as regards to truth or validity. Doesn't matter to me. All that matters to me is what I think, and all that matters, or should matter to you, is what you think. Because as has been explained, that's what you're going to manifest. Ugly. Involving or likely to involve violence or other unpleasantness. You're attracting that because you're having ugly thoughts. If your life's ugly, it's because your thoughts are ugly. With the timer, 4404. Vicious. Deliberately cruel or violent. Prudent. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. The future that you haven't created yet because you haven't evolved into the creation that you are, that you're truly here to be. There's a lot coming through about needing to unprogram. Hateful, very unpleasant. It's all this energy because of this. I mean, the telltale signs are there. You've got the Two of Cups there. Yearning, a feeling of intense longing for something. Scared, fearful, frightened. Hello, Moon Cookie. The train said hello, Moon Cookie. Moon Cookie, good evening to the channel of love and Ascension. Thank you. Cheers, Lucy. How are you, my dear? I've missed you all. I've missed you too, darling. I've missed not being live. I'm not sure what the volume's like. I'm not worrying too much about it. That's the way it goes on love's train. That's the way it goes on love's train. On the love train. Woo! Okay, wow. After long deliberation, I have made a decision. A good one. Tell me more. Got the Channel of Love cards. These cards are aging now. They've got to be about 5 years old. Surely. Hi Sherry, how is Angus? Mr. Know-it-all. So this energy, if we take the egotistical side out of it, comes in with the reading where it's like the Divine Masculine actually wants to know more now. The ins and outs of things. So you don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all. How could you know it all when it's continuously evolving? And you're unlocking levels of enlightenment along the way. You wouldn't be able to handle knowing it all. Feminine compassion. This is a strength card. I didn't like that other energy from the strength card. This one's nice. It's understanding because you understand. I thought so. Greed has been the underlying energy. Are you seriously going to throw love away for money? I don't think so. I don't feel so. Not at the end of the day. Hi Moon Cookie. He is great. His birthday is Monday. Angus. How old is he going to be, Shirley? Thank you, Pure Law. I'll take that as a compliment. The Divine takes that as a compliment. You may not claim to know it all, but I consider myself smart. But you're streets ahead of me in matters of importance. Wisdom. There's a difference. Different type of intelligence. It's happening to wisdom. Divine intelligence. Infinite intelligence. They say that all the answers you need, you will find within. You've just got to figure out how. And really you need the least amount of distractions to be able to do that. So through circumstances, everyone was removed from my life so that I could do that. And that was a harsh reality, but that reality is harsh. To live in, to reside in, to please. No point trying to please others if you're not pleased with yourself. What do these words say? Thoughtful, in reverse. I know you can't see that, but I know you trust me. I've no reason to lie. You get spiritual spanked for that kind of stuff, for lying, not even little white lies. You have to find a way, another way around it, which is the truth. So, let's say you get a phone call, your boss says, is there any chance you could stay late or come in on a day off? And how many of you say, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm unable to do that. I do hope you find somebody else to cover them. Belly's rumbling. I bet you don't. I bet you say, I'm so sorry, I've got plans to go, blah, blah. And you tell them, like, what plans you've got planned. Why? You're not at work. You don't owe them an explanation. Stop explaining yourself. And when you're poorly, don't give them a choice. I don't think I'm going to be able to come in today. They're going to try and persuade you, okay? You ring up and say, so sorry, it's not happening today. You're going to have to find someone else to cover. I'm really sorry. That's it, yeah? Not doing it. Otherwise you won't be making a phone call, would you? There's a quote here by Walt Disney. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Full moon. I know. I believe it's on the 13th. Not sure what time it's here in the UK at its fullest. I want to say like 5 o'clock in the morning, but I could be wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong. But being drawn to kindred spirits. You know, I had to just think then and try and remember whether or not I've had dinner this evening. I have. Hi Paul, how are you doing? I didn't see your original message before you retracted it. I hope you're doing well. Full moon reading. I will do tomorrow. We shall save it until tomorrow. What else shall we talk about now before it turns to midnight? You know what happens then, don't you? You start another day. Frustrated. Should we talk about this energy? Because we're all connected, I've been feeling this frustration, but you know when you're doing things and you're just getting annoyed with yourself, so something will get more tangled up as you're, you know, trying to... I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I just finished the mopping, okay, and the mop caught hold of the mop bucket. I was a little bit rushed. I wanted to be done like, well, it took me an additional 15 minutes when I was done. And I just thought, well, the floor's getting a deep clean. But it was one of those, I'm noticing, yeah, the frustration. Like, I'll point it out to myself. Don't get frustrated, or you're getting frustrated with yourself. So the energy is a little overwhelming. Is that sound keep dropping in and out? I apologise for that. A new internet provider is going in soon. It might make a difference. Let's go then, because I would find that really frustrating, really annoying. Hence why I've not been doing lives. But it was nice to have this interaction. So, Jumanji, be careful before you start the game. You've got to complete it. Let me see what Moon Cookie said. I watch a lot of grocery shopping in London. I watch a lot of YouTube about London or opinions on things. Okay. I'm not sure what the London view is on things. I tend to stay out of the capital. I'm going. I will catch up with you guys soon. So, this was pleasant. It was a pleasure. Okay, take care. Much love.